Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. As you can see, we've already started here.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. There's no doubt that this fella's contribution will be highly important. It's the one and only Philipp Lahm.
And what do you consider his greatest quality, Jim?
Well, it's hard to name just one because he's such an outstanding player on so many fronts, but I'd say his tactical nous, a man who can single-handedly turn defence into attack, and he's capable of playing anywhere on either flank. And when you add in the vision and creativity of a central playmaker, there's nobody else like him.
Platini, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Platini, Borussia Dortmund finding their passes. Can he finish? It's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Suarez providing an outlet on that flank. It's a mighty effort! It's hit the crossbar. And he's there to get it away. Neither side yet able to find the net. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And here's Suarez. Platini is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And it's Michel Platini. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's just beyond his reach. Ibrahimovic. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Great chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Lovely feet. And it's played in.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, this is a great position. It's a really well-measured ball. Swings in across. Up he goes! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Yeah. Koller. And it's Bellingham. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Cruyff. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's been slipped through. Ibrahimovic! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Luis Suarez is on his own. And he's quick to get it clear again. Lahm is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And it's Lahm.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Roberto Carlos. And that's another good win of the ball. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Nedved.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Aims beyond the defence. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
It's a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, Peter, 2-0. You're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Paris Saint-Germain sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Climbs up big! And yes, it's there! And the second half is off to a flyer. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Borussia Dortmund get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Not the most accurate pass. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. This is Dembele. Nedved. That is lovely. Nedved crosses. Knocks it into space. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's through and all alone! Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Lahm surely won't want to do that again anytime soon. Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
And this is Hullet. Can he get it through? Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Vieira makes the interception. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nedved. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. Bellingham. Ambitious ball here. Good ball over the top. And he was quick to react.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Ronaldo finds himself offside.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 21.
Time for changes on both sides, actually.
Le numéro 16. Lam. Le numéro 26.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball.
Place, le numéro 23.
Now it's
numéro
Maradona.
19.
Ferdinand
numéro
demonstrating
5.
his defensive
Changement
quality
de
there. And they can counter here. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Well timed, excellent interception. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Koller. Is there any support? Shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Maradona. Ferdinand wins the duel this time. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Great ball, and he's in here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And it's Lam. Pelé. He won't be happy with that one.
Borussia Dortmund really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, it's Dembele. Too tidily. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Now he's off and running. And there goes the final whistle. Paris Saint-Germain have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, it's a performance you can't really complain about, both in terms of inspiration and industry.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Everything here will gravitate towards Jan Koller. He's not the fastest or the most sophisticated, but he holds up play, so...
He's going for goal! Just swings wide.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Messi. Lahm gets into a good position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Forwards and with intent. Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And it's Michel Platini. Maldini gets across to intercept that. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel...
Takes the shot! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low, too.
Aimed beyond the defence. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Koller looks to get on the end of this. Van Dijk makes the interception. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He has a look up. Messi! Oh, he's hit the bar! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's a sharp little ball here. And reclaimed it in a trice. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And Cruyff! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Ronaldo takes control of it and he's on the move. Messi. Now who's going to be first to this? Lahm plays it in. Big header! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Oh, that's a key interception. Platini is the team's great visionary. Now, can they get him away? That is good alertness. Collar. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Now it's Mbappe, and it's Lahm.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Nedved, and this is Cruyff. Nicely shaped cross. Borussia Dortmund deciding to turn to the long... Real chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Paris Saint-Germain have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And the finish! Oh, didn't catch it right.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Vieira. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lahm. Vieira cuts out the pass. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Paris Saint-Germain can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0. Messi! Paris Saint-Germain come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Borussia Dortmund ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Ferdinand. Platini. Ferdinand spots it and intercepts. And it's Gullit. Oh, it's Dembele. Now this could be a chance. And Gullit! Really well taken goal. And that has put paid to that. And that pass just didn't quite work. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Dembele! He's trying his... Oh, what has happened here? Platini, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And they can counter here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Closing in on... And he shoots! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can. And
Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Ronaldo looks to get on the end of this. Now it's Gullit. Flashes it across.
when it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro
We have got
16.
changes here from both sides, in fact.
Le numéro 7. Cristiano Ronaldo. Le numéro 26.
Now it's Dembele.
Le numéro 5.
Oh, that's
Le
neat.
numéro 23. Le numéro 19.
That is good.
Changement de
Super
cours.
running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Collar. Nicely weighted ball.
Borussia Dortmund really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Collar gets flagged offside.
Changement.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Now he's off and running. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Maradona knocks it into space. And Gullit!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Thuram. Roberto Carlos delivers. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. No, that's been intercepted. Rafael Leao. That's a little off target. Now it's Dembele. Dembele proves just a little bit too strong. Just 5 minutes left. Now it's Thuram. Thuram.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken. Shifted it to the flank. Very nicely done. Kedri with the cross. He gets big. Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there. It's just a shame about the accuracy.
Attention, changement.
Borussia Dortmund are making a change now. The final seconds now. It's a pretty loose pass. And the counter is on. And that's that. Paris Saint-Germain have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Vieira claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with...